व्याधिरोगान् सततानुशक्तान् अशेषकाय प्रसृतान् अशेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारदितान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै. Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue with Annaswarupa Vijnani Adhyaya. It's part 3. In the previous days or in the previous parts, we had discussed about Shubhadhani Varga in the first Varga, Shimbhidhani Varga, and afterwards we had discussed about the Kritanna Varga or Pakkoanna Varga, which is majorly used in Pathya Kalpana. And today we are going to continue the same chapter, that is Annaswarupa Vijnani Adhyaya with Mamsa Varga. And before going to further, I would like to introduce myself, Dr. Vidyanand Mohan, Assistant Professor, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, Gokul Global University, Sidhpur. I belong to Faculty of Ayurveda here. So in Mamsa Varga, first of all it starts with Mrgaha. It includes Harina, Ena, Kuranga, Riksha, Gokarna, Mrgamadruka, Shasha, Shambara, Charushka, Sharabha, etc. Among these Mrga, Ena is considered Shrestha. Then comes Vishkira, Lava, Vartaka, Vartika, Vartira, Vartika, Rektavatmaka, Kukubha, Kapinchala, Upachakra, Chakora, Kurubahu, Tittiri, Krakaraha, Shikhi, Tamrachuda, Bakara, Gonarda, Girivartika, Sharapata, Indrabha, Varta, etc. belong to Vishkira Varga. And among these, lava is Shrestha. So Vishkira Varga, this classification is based on the method of their consumption of the food or catching their prey. You might have observed this. See, here one example is given. We can consider Tamrachuda. Tamrachuda is the cock, or it belongs to the hen type of animal, birds, which consumes food by, you might have seen, it will be taking with their beaks, and as well as their legs are also being used to catch the food which is from the earth or from the ground. So those animals, those birds which are having that characteristic way of consuming the food are included under Vishkira Varga. Then comes Pratuta. Pratuta Varga include Jivan Jivaka, Datyuha, Bankaha, Shuka, Sarika, Letva, Kokila, Harita, Kapota, Chataka, etc. Here this Shuka, that is parrot, again Kapota, that is dove or pigeon, they are familiar to you. So you can observe the way they are consuming their food. Based on that, they are being included in Pratuta Varga. Bilesha include those who lives in burrows. Such creatures are included under this one, that is Bhega, Godha, Ahi, that is Sarpa, Shovit, etc. Among these, Bilesha Varga, Godha Mamsa is Shrestha. Then next comes Prasaha Varga. It includes the creatures amounts of Go, Khara, Ashwa, Ashwatara, Ushtra, Dvipi, Simha, Riksha, Vanara, Marjara, Mushaka, Vyakra, Vrika, Babhru, Tarakshu, Lopaga, Jambuka, Shena, Chasha, Vandada, Vayasa, Shashaktini, Bhasa, Kurara, Grudra, Uluka, Kalinkaka, Dhumika, Madhuha, etc. So here you can see there is a mixed group of animals as well as birds are also included. For example, this Go, that is cow, Ashwa is there, then Vyakra is there, and similarly Grudra is there among the other than this Vayasa is there, that is crow, etc. are present. Uluka is present. So there are different groups of Mamsa. So they are classified under Prasaha Varga. Then comes the Mahamruka. It includes Varaha, Mahisha, Nyanku, Ruru, Rohita, Varana, Srimara, Chamara, Khanga, Gavaya, etc. Then comes Apchara or Jalachara, that is aquatic birds, which include Hamsa, Sarasa, Kadamba, Baga, Karandava, Plava, Balaga, Utkrosha, Chakraha, Madgu, Kraunja, etc. Then comes the group of fish, that is Matsya Varga, include Rohita, Padhina, Kurma, Kumbhira, Karkadaha, Shukti, Shanka, Udra, Shambhuka, Shafari, Varmi, Chandrika, Chaloni, Nakra, Makara, Shishumara, Timinkala, Raji, Chilichima, etc. Among Matsya Varga, Rohita is Shrestha among all varieties of Matsya. Then classification of Mamsa according to Desha. Acha and Avimamsa. Both of these Mamsa do not belong to a particular Desha. Other than that, we can classify based on Desha, that is Jankala, Anupa, Sadharana. These three Deshas are present that we have already discussed. So the Mrika, Vishkira and Pratuta comes under Jankala Mamsa. Then Mahamrika, Apchara and Matsya come under Anupa Mamsa. Then Bilesha and Prasaha comes under Sadharana Mamsa. Then here you have to note Jankalamamsa does malabandha, that is constipation. It is lakhu and is having shitavirya. You can imagine because Jankalamamsa mainly present or more suitable for the Jankala Desha, and again it is having the characteristic features of lakhu but having the shitavirya in order to counteract the temperature or the raised temperature of the Jankala Desha. Then beneficial in aggravated Pitta dosha, moderate aggravation of Vata dosha, slight aggravation or association of Kapha dosha, and also in aggravation of Tridoshas. That's why it is considered as Jankalamamsa is considered as always healthy. It is even advised for the daily consumption because it is Tridosha Shamaka and mainly Pitta and Vata dosha. Because of the Jankala Desha also there will be more Vata as well as Pitta will be present. Then slight aggravation of Kapha dosha is also present, and in general it alleviates Tridosha. Then comes Shashamamsa, that is meat of rabbit. It is Deepana and Grahi. It is having Shitavirya, Katu Vipaka and Ruksha Guna. Then you have to note Vartaga, Vartiga, etc. Jankalamamsa are slightly Ushna, Guru, Snigdha and Brahmana. Titri is Shrestha among these, and it enhances Medha, Agni, Bala and Shukra. Titri is Grahi, Varnya, that is enhances complexion, alleviates Tritosha with more aggravation of Vata dosha. Mamsavarka, next one is about Shikhi Mamsa, that is Mayura, peacock. Its meat is not pathya in general, means it is not good for health. But it is pathya for shrotra, that is voice, swara, netra, and also good for preventing the aging. Cooked mamsa having the properties similar to Shikhi mamsa and is vrishya. Gramya, that is domestic cooked mamsa, is guru. Nowadays we can correlate with the cooked, that is the hen which we are maintaining in the home or the domestic purpose. Nowadays the broiler varieties of chickens etc more available. It is having, because it is brought up in such a way that it is fed with maximum feeds, and these chickens or these hens are not going outside, or it is not having, it is always inert and are supposed to stay inside the cage. And because of these reasons it may be having more gurutva guna. Then Krakara and Upachakraka both enhance Medha and Jadarakni, it is Hridya. Then Karnakapota Mamsa, it is Guru and is having slight Levada, it aggravates through dosha. Chataka Mamsa aggravates Kabadosha and elevates Vada dosha, it is Snigdha and enhances Shukra. Then general properties of Bileshaya, Prasaha, Mahamruga, Apchara and Matsya. They increase Mutra and Shukra, enhance Bala, alleviate Vata dosha and aggravate Kabha and Pitta dosha. Mahamruga Mamsa is Shitavirya, Mamsa of Kravyata, that is carnivores. Among Prasaha Varga is having Lavana Anirasa, Katu Vipaka and enhances Mamsa Dhatu on consumption, cures Jirna Arshas, Grahani dosha and Shosha. So these general properties are always important. For a student's point of view also, you can by heart these properties, because individual these mamsas or mamsa varga you may find difficulty. So at least these general properties may be helpful in tackling the examination successfully. Then Ajamamsa, this is important. Jnati Shida Guru Snigdham, Mamsamajam Adoshalam, Sharira Dhadu Samanyat, Anabhishanti Brahmanam. So you can by heart this sloka as well. That's why I have included this here. Ajamamsa is neither too Shita nor it is not too Shita. Guru and Snigdha. Ajamamsa doesn't aggravate much doshas, as Ajamamsa is homologous to our Sharira Dhatu, that is, it is more matching with our Mamsa Dhatu. It doesn't produce Abhishanta but ensures Brahmana. Avikamamsa is having properties just opposite to Ajamamsa and it does Brahmana. So always if you are preferring to consume the Mamsa, always the mutton, that is the meat of the goat, is always considered as the healthier one, because of it is very much similar to that of homologous to our Mamsa Dhatu. By that it is ensures Brahmana. At the same time it doesn't produce Abhishanta also. So Ajamamsa is among the Mamsa, it is considered as the best for the human beings. Avikamamsa is not good. Sheep, the meat of sheep is not that good because it is opposite to Ajamamsa, but at the same time it is performs Brahmana karma. Then comes the Mamsa of Mahisha, it is Guru and Ushna, promotes Nidra, Sharira Dardya, that is compactness of body, and Sharira Brihat, bulk of the body. The Mahisha Kshira also, you might be remember it is helpful in promoting Nidra. So similarly Mahisha Mamsa also, so you can remember in such a way. Then Matsya aggravates much Kabadosha. Among Matsya, Chilichima aggravates Tritosha, and Chilichima is not considered as good. Then Varaha Mamsa, it is having properties similar to Mahisha Mamsa, the pork meat. It cures Shrama and enhances Ruji, Shukra and Bala. Then Matsya Sevana Mamsa Sevana Nema. There are certain norms related with the consumption of the mamsa. One has to consume mamsa which is sadhyo hrida, that is freshly collected. Freshly the meat should be taken. It means from the animal. Means usually it will be collected by killing the animal, and then the meat will be collected. So that freshly collected meat is good. It should be shuddha and vayastha. You should ensure that the meat belongs to an young animal. Mamsa which is collected from the dead animal, then which is collected from the krisha, that is emaciated, brushomedya, the animal which is having excessive fat and affected by vyadhi. If the animal is having any sort of disease, or it is died because of any disease, then such mamsa etc. should not be taken. Then vari and visha are also to be rejected. The mamsa which got affected by the water, suppose the animal got dipped in water or in the watery area, or which got affected with any sort of poison, such meats are to be rejected. Then gross description of mamsa based on gurutva and lagutva, that purvardha and paschardha of purusha mamsa and stri mamsa are respectively guru. Means if you are taking purusha mamsa, it's purvardha is guru, and if you are taking stri mamsa, it's paschardha, that is the back portion or the posterior part, is guru. Then garbhani mamsa is guru, because already it is guru, you can imagine, because of the carrying fetus inside. Then among chadushpa, that is quadruped or four-legged animals, stri mamsa is lakhu. Among vihanga, that is birds, purusha mamsa is lakhu. Then gurutva increases in preceding order among shiras, skanda, uru, prishta, kadi, sakti, amashya and pakvashya. Preceding order means here shiras is more guru, after that skanda is guru, then uru, and comparatively pakvashya is less guru. Then gurutva increases in succeeding order among the rakta to shukra dhatu, if you are considering the dhatu level of this mamsa or this animal, if you are taking, then because that are also edible according to different conditions. So it is the succeeding order. So from rakta is more comparatively less guru, then mamsa will be more guru. Likewise it is increasing in the succeeding order. Then gurutva increases in succeeding order among mamsa, vrishana, medra, vrikka, yakrit and gutta. If you are considering these parts, then mamsa is guru. Compared to mamsa, vrishana is more guru. Then again medra is again more guru. Vrikka, yakrit and gutta, they are more and more guru compared to the other parts. With this we are concluding today's Mamsa Varga session. I would like to remember you, there is no shortcut to success other than hard work. Myself, Dr. Vidyanand Mohan, was there with you to narrate these portions. Thank you.